Hello aspirants, welcome to Ekamais Academy. Today we are going to discuss about third Global South Summit that was recently hosted by India. So what is the context of the summit and who are participating in the summit, and interestingly we'll be understanding what is the term Global South and Global North mean, and what is this brunt line, and what are the previous summits of Global South. Okay, so we'll be discussing all this in a quick and informative way. Let us see further thing. So there is an important announcement regarding anthropology new batch which is about to start from 20th of August. So if any one of you and your friends are interested, you can contact us here. So the duration of this entire course will be of 4.5 months, you can say, in 250 plus hours. So special focus will be there on beginners, as well as there will be handhold approach. That means right from the basic level, everything will be taught at the classroom. So there will be daily handouts also given on the topics discussed in that particular week. At the same time, weekly tests will be there along with sectional and full length tests. So for further details, you can contact us on the number displayed on the screen. Right, then. So what is the topic of discussion? Global South. So what is Global South? Here the concept is mainly not because of geographical locations, but based on economic divide. So for example, if you see the countries which are having higher per capita GDP, those are classified as Global North countries. So Global North means most of the countries are there on the northern hemisphere only, like you can see Northern America and European countries including Russia and all, right? But if you see, interestingly, this part, if you see Australia and New Zealand, although they are in the southern hemisphere, but still they fall part under Global North. That means where is India located? India is located in the Global South. So this is one important thing you have to keep in mind. This line which is separating this north and south in economic divide, that is what we call as brunt line. You can see it, right? And then what is the point of discussion? India has hosted third voice of Global South Summit. This is the third version of Global South Summit, mainly again. So what is the theme here? An empowered Global South for sustainable future. If you see, entire summits and entire collaborations of different countries are focusing on sustainable development. So the theme is also highlighting the need for sustainable future. Then let us see what is this Global South. As I told you, Global South is nothing but a concept, okay, which is to dividing the world based on economic, okay, factors like per capita GDP into north and south, okay, into per capita GDP into north and south. So north are those developed countries economically, and these are developing countries and less developing countries. Less developed countries also you can see, right? So these are the countries in the southern part. Right. So then what is this brunt line? This concept of brunt line was given in 1980s by then German Chancellor named as Willy Brandt. So this person has given this concept for the first time in the year 1980s. Based on this only, we are following this concept of Global South. So what are the areas part of Global South means? Africa, West Asia, you can say, or Middle East, right? Then Asia, major parts of Asia, and also South America. Most importantly, you have to keep in mind countries like Australia and New Zealand, okay? So although they are in the southern hemisphere, they are part of Global North, not in the Global South. This is the most important thing, right? Then what is this Global South Summit? As I told you, this summit is trying to address certain common priorities among the Global South countries. So that will be, say, you can say, they will try to arrive at a common agenda. They'll try to highlight what are the important things which have to be focused upon in the future meetings and all. So that priorities and everything will be arrived at a common point in this particular Global South Summit. That means whichever the things which are mainly causing a sign of worry among all the Global South countries, that will be brought on agenda under this summit. Then what is the philosophical foundation of this Global South Summit is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, right? So you know, even we have this is a theme of Kutumbakam. This is a theme of G20 summit when India has hosted in 2023, right? So if you know from which particular source in ancient literature we have borrowed this phrase of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, which means world is one family, let me know in the comment section. World is one family, let me know in the comment section, right? So then what is the structure of this summit is, there will be a structure of heads also. heads of the summit, that means head of the country. The same time there will be some ministerial summits of Global South also, right? So this will be in two formats. One will be the summit of heads of the countries, the same time another will be in the ministerial format. Then what are the previous summits? So when were they held and all means it was held for the first time 2022 first summit. So 2023 only first summit happened, right? In 2023 November again we had the second summit. So in these two summits also, if you see, more than 100 plus countries have participated, and both of them also have been held in the virtual format itself. Then what is the major outcome of these two summits means, whatever the outcome or whatever the things that were discussed as part of these summits were incorporated in G20 declaration, and they were also discussed as part of G20 summit, which has led to New Delhi declaration. New Delhi declaration, right? So this is the outcome of G20 summit when India has hosted it, right? So now let us see the practice question. Consider the following statements regarding Global South. The term Global South generally refers to the countries located in the southern hemisphere. Global South includes developing countries that share common socio-economic political challenges. The concept of Global South emerged primarily as a Cold War political classification. Which of the following are correct? Try to choose the correct one and let me know in the comment section. Then, as we have reached the end of the video, today we have discussed about the concept of Global South. Recently, the third Voice of Global South Summit was hosted by India in virtual format. So we have seen what is this concept of brunt line, how they were divided, and what are the countries that fall generally under Global South. And we also have seen what is the philosophical foundation of this Global South Summit. And at the same time, we also have discussed about what are the previous summits, when they were held, and how they were held, along with the outcome of those previous summits with practice question. So this is all with respect to today's video. If you like the video and found informative, let us know in the comment section. Thanks for joining us. Have a great day.